Hello everybody, I'm sitting here at the Chargers getting some juice on, getting ready to try a new form of gig work today offered by DoorDash. I'm kind of excited about it, hopefully I get picked. It starts at 7 a.m. I am number 71 out of I don't know how many drivers to be able to give this a shot. It's like there's only so many orders, so it's like, am I gonna get one? I don't know. There's like 300 people in line. I'm number 71, and if I get it, it could make my whole day much better. Pretty much like charging. And this test studio light that they sent me, this deck, like when I'm charging, did you guys see this? Well, obviously you did. I just showed it. That is so cool. I mean, I know it's not necessary, or so I thought. Sometimes I'm sitting here watching YouTube and I don't know that I'm done charging, you know. It could just, I could sit here and rack up money for staying at the charger when I'm supposed to be gone because I overstayed, you know. But with those green lights kind of going to the side, it's like I'm watching this, but I could see them out of my side vision. So I know once those stop, I'm done charging. I can go unplug real fast. That's a neat feature of these things. A lot of people really don't talk about. Everybody just talks about them because it's cool lighting, or they really don't really focus on the turn signal aspects, or somebody's passing you and it changes here to let you know someone's beside you because you can't see them and changes an amber color. These lights are just spectacular, man. I'm digging these things. If you have a Tesla, an older Tesla specifically, you got to get these things. There'll be a link in the description below, but if you love those little thin, really smooth looking LED lights, not the kind that are, you know, dot, just the smooth kind, the size of a pinhead all the way across, you're gonna dig these things. The sun is getting ready to come up, so this is something else I've been doing. I've been closing my sunroof when the sun starts to come up, and then in the evening time I open it, obviously, so I can see the stars and everything out. So yeah, let's show this off too because it's pretty amazing. Hey TT. Hello TT.
I am here.
Close the sunshade.
Close.
That still blows me away. And man, does it keep it cool in here. What I'm thinking about doing with this, there'll be a link for this also in the video description. What I'm thinking about doing it is here. Let me show you what I got outside, and I'll tell you my idea. That sunrise. I have this because my car is white and black. I named it Steamboat Willie, and I got that right there. I was thinking if I can get another large square, put that above the sunshade, and then when the sunshades close, that may come through, and I don't have to have Steamboat in there, but I could have the animated movie playing from the roof down. That would be cool. Then this would definitely be Willie's Wild Ride. It is one of those days. A fiery sunset, heading onto Disney property to do some work tonight. I mean, look at that. That's an amazing sight to come to work and see. With so many resorts and things to do and places where people could come and stay here in the Orlando area, what makes it different here than it does, like, let's say in Las Vegas, is here in the Orlando Kissimmee Disney Universal area, everything's just so spread out, and there's so many resorts that are far from each other, where if you look at a city like Las Vegas, which beats Orlando in hotel rooms, not by much, but they are still the king. But everything is so condensed where people could just walk. Here you have to go miles sometimes just to get to where you need to go. But the problem is the tourists that come here don't know where they're at, and just trying to locate where they are within a resort. They expect you to bring everything to their rooms, but you're not allowed to. You have to go to concierge or whatever, to the front desk, and meet them there. But the front desk may be a mile from where their room is, because these are sprawling resorts, and they just don't seem to understand. And it does get frustrating. As this type of work, you have to learn how to deal with it, but it does get frustrating. But I got things to, keep me calm. Like, I could just talk to the car like, "Hello, TT.
I am here.
Open the sunshade."
Open.
I mean, it's nighttime. Why not keep it open? You got that going on, and I got all these cool lights now that companies have sent to make my car more like the updated 2025 versions. And it's just visually, there's things to keep my mind occupied and calm me down. Lights do calm you down. The moonroof calms you down after dealing with some frustrating situations, trying to just deliver a Big Mac or something. It gets a little bit.
Stop.
You did stop. I'm not stopping.
Stop.
I'm not stopping. You stop. I hate it when the car talks back. That's frustrating. The benefits of doing this job at night is everybody's home. They're all ordering food, so most of the time they can keep you busy. But so you're just going to resorts or homes. But one of the big benefits is, well, there's zero traffic, as you can see, pretty much. So you don't, the accident rate is a lot. I mean, it's great. You don't have to worry about somebody smacking into you or you hitting somebody, or the worst thing you got to worry about is a raccoon crossing the road, or an armadillo, or a random deer. But I'd rather deal with the animals than I would with a big 4,000-pound chunk of rolling steel. So I try to hold on until like 11 o'clock at night to charge my car too, because like over here in Celebration, Florida, the chargers drop from 36 cents to 22 cents at 11 o'clock, which is outstanding, where most of the other chargers, they lower their prices at midnight. I don't, there's too much money to be made at midnight. I don't want to have to wait, go out working at midnight. I mean, charge at midnight when I should be working. Yeah, pay attention to the car while it's backing into a spot. I fumble with words sometimes. Yeah, driving at night is the way I like to do it. I got nice, clean, I can see everything so much better. I'm not stressing out. It's just the best way. I mean, this is the way I like to do my gig work. Charging, there's nobody at the chargers. The charging's cheap. Yeah, it's great. This is the life. The life for me. The pirate life for me. It's not totally stress-free though. When I was truck driving, I was getting a paycheck every week, and I knew kind of what I was going to get. That was pretty much stress-free. Now, when you got the bills, and you have to rely on yourself to pay those bills every month, and especially when it's slow and you're relying on tourism, the stress is real, trust me. I have to make $200 tonight because my car payment's due, and then in the next 3 days I got my car insurance. Am I going to be able to rely on tourism throughout this weekend to generate that revenue? I'm hoping so, but man, it's scary. Whereas if I was truck driving, it no big deal. I mean, I know I asked pretty much for this life. I was getting in the frame of mind this is what I wanted. I wanted to rely on myself and see if I can make it without having an employer, a boss, someone looking over your shoulder all the time. So far, I've been able to do it, but I have a partner in Steph that helps me along the way because she's been doing it a little bit longer. I think I could have done it before, but I have a bad habit of when I get a little bit of money and I say, you know what, let's go out to dinner, or someone might need some help, here's a little bit of money. I can go out and make some more tonight. Not a big deal. I'm that type of person. When I need to stop being that type of person, make sure I'm taken care of first before anything else, before going out to dinner, before offering $20 to somebody that might need help or something, I need to focus on my bills first. And in the last 30 years of truck driving, that wasn't my mindset. So, things have changed, and, due to me, it's no one else's fault. It's my fault. I could have continued going, but some people have a midlife crisis and they go buy Corvettes or whatever, they do whatever. Me, my midlife crisis was wanting to get away from all that stuff and try something new. And, man, I just don't want to fail at this, but it just, at the end of the month when those bills come due, I feel that I'm failing, and I have to pull all-nighters to make sure I can take care of what needs to get done. And usually it comes down to the very last minute before that clock strikes 12 when the bill has to be paid. It's stressful. I wanted to make this video, rather than going out and doing things or doing unboxing videos or showing off around town and historical things. I kind of wanted to make this video not about the lights, not about the roof, not about the tires, not about the car, not about EV stuff, not about nomadic life, not about Disney, not about Universal, not about... I wanted to make this about life. Where we start from in our careers, and then how we kind of change up our lives, and is it worth it? Would I suggest leaving your job right now in this economy for this, to do this type of stuff and try and be your own boss? Now, I'm not saying don't be afraid, don't be afraid to try something. Go out and just do it. Sometimes you just got to go do it. In the past, I would say that's, brave and good. You're going to, getting out there and doing what you want to do. But nowadays, things are a little different. I don't think I would advise it just yet. It's since the beginning of July, everything's gone downhill. I mean, I should have did it earlier in life instead of waiting to the age I'm at now. And also seeing the political climate and everything else. You could foresee everything getting ready to happen, but I was just blinded. I was just blinded by the possibilities. And the possibilities, well, the possibilities don't exist much anymore. So we're just it sucks. And if you are planning something like this, just be a little bit weary. Make sure you're prepared more than I was, because I was not prepared. I thought I was, but I really wasn't. I just pulled through the drive-through of Burger King to pick up an order, and this is what I'm talking about, the unexpected. So some girl's voice comes on and goes, "Welcome to Burger King, where you rule." And then a guy's voice comes on. It's like they're using an automated voice to welcome you. Why the person on the ear with the headset on just can't say, "Hey, welcome to Burger King. Okay, may I take your order?" No, they have to have a fake voice at the beginning, and then just shockingly it changes. It's crazy, and you're expecting to talk to, it's like those phone calls you get, right? But now those automated phone calls are now at the drive-thrus at these fast food restaurants. Things are just changing. Not just the careers and jobs and stuff like that, just stuff. Keep an eye out around you. Things are changing. It's a little crazy. there's a couple things I don't regret. Like, I don't regret also, being in a relationship, asking Steph to be my girlfriend. That was, I have to say that, but it's true. And I don't regret getting rid of the Nissan Leaf and upgrading to the Model Y. As a matter of fact, I don't think unless I lived in China, there's no other car in the United States I would rather have than this Tesla now after driving it. I'm sure in China they got some BYD and other companies have some great cars. But since we can't have those here, yeah, so I don't regret that neither. I don't regret getting the hate for getting one. Or I do regret that a little bit, but from the Nissan Leaf group. But I think one of the things I do regret, and I shouldn't, because one of the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing is there was an incredible guy named Jim Hambrick. He created the Superman Museum in Metropolis, Illinois, and he told me, fear stops a lot of things. You got to just get out and do it. He was alive back then. He passed away earlier this year, but he said you just got to get out and do it. That's what he did when he created the Superman Museum. He moved from Los Angeles to Metropolis, brought all of his stuff with him, and created this amazing place. If he would have been afraid to try it, none of that would have been created. And and people like that, they just spark your imagination, and you think you could just do anything. You're speaking to these people, and they're just saying, just get out and do it, get out and do it. And at the time, I probably should have just kept going and did it. But I didn't, and I waited till, much later to do it. And much later, you don't know what's going to change in the world when you want to try something. And so if it looks good at the time, just do it. Because if you wait too long, things change. And you may struggle a little bit more than you probably should have. But do I really regret doing this? I actually like it. I think this is a great gig. It's more comfortable than my tractor trailer, obviously, because the seats, cars are pretty comfortable. Every little thing you do to make your money, it's up to you. It's not up to someone else. It's up to you to get out and not sit on the couch, not watch TV, not hang out at the swimming pool, not hang out at Disney or Universal. It's up to you to get out here every night and just do it. Pretty easy, because if you don't do it, you're going to fail. So you just got to stay motivated all the time. Sometimes shit happens and it gets you down. But you just got to just look past that and don't get angry at the customer that has you drive 20 miles and doesn't leave you any gratuity, just, because they expect things brought to their homes for free. And it's just, you can't let that eat at you. You just got to keep going. Go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one. Because believe it or not, you might have 2 or 3 people that feel entitled, but then you get the one person that's just amazing. And it just takes that one person to change your whole attitude and just makes you want to keep going. And that's the way I look at it. I try and, in my mind, I try and picture everybody as amazing. This person doesn't really consider, they don't feel that having stuff brought to them is a luxury service. They feel entitled to it. All right, that's cool. Doesn't, if they feel entitled to it, I'll bring it to them. That's how I look at it. But then there's other people that know it's a luxury service and treat it like a luxury service. Those are the people that just keep you going, because there may not be as many as there was back in the day, but they're still out there. And I don't regret this at all. I enjoy it. I get to meet so many cool people at the restaurants that I pick up at, the wait staff. You always think about taking care of your wait staff, right? But now I feel like I'm part of that wait staff at all these restaurants. And it's freaking cool, man. It's just cool. Every restaurant that I pick up at, when I deliver it to a house, I feel like I'm a representative of that establishment. And it makes me feel good inside. So I don't know. I'd like to say feeling good is better than money. It's not though. It's not. Money is better. But feeling good doesn't hurt. Keeping this video short and sweet. I guess the moral of this video is don't be afraid to try something new. It's going to be a struggle, trust me. It's not going to be exactly what you picture in your mind when you decide to go ahead and start doing this or doing anything that you have, any idea that you have to, I'm going to leave my job and do this. I'm going to create I'm going to buy a hotel. I'm going to buy a restaurant. I want to start my own food truck. I want to do whatever it is you want to do. You want to do gig work. No matter what you do, it's going to be a struggle. At this point in history, it is difficult. And there's nothing you can do about it except work. It just makes you have to work harder. You have to do everything a little bit harder. It's going to be a struggle on you. It's going to be a struggle on your relationship. You're going to be feuding a little bit with your spouse or partner or whatever you have. And but in the end, if you succeed, life can be really good, I'm assuming. So that's my goal, is to succeed, get the car paid off and the bills and start having a happy relationship. It's going to happen. It's just going to take a lot of work. Do I suggest you do it? Hey, if you're a go-getter, then I'm going to say go-getter, as in a job, career, not a female. Unless that's your goal. I mean, that could be your goal. Before I let you guys go, there's something else. Ooh, look at this. Water feature. That's for Tommy Travels. Something else, though. If I would have continued truck driving about 2 months ago, I'd be dead. I wouldn't be here anymore. Thank God to the Florida cancer specialist and the Villages Hospital and everything else. But because I was a truck driver, I got sick because of my job. Your body could only do so much over a 30-year period before it starts to wear down. And truck driving, it doesn't sound like a tough job, but it is on your body. And yeah, I would have been gone. I would not be here right now, which is weird to think about. It's weird to think I would have been gone. But I'm still here. Still here, still alive, still breathing, and trying new stuff, I guess, for better or worse. And like I said, man, if it wasn't for the hospitals, Florida cancer specialists, and Steph, my girlfriend, that because she won't let me go back to truck driving no matter what. I have to succeed here, because she says if I get back in the truck, I'm a dead man driving. I probably ain't got much longer. So this here is a nice way to stay alive. So I'm not going anywhere. I gotta succeed at this. And whatever you try, if you decide something, you're gonna do something crazy like this, I hope you succeed too. Until the next time, I love you guys. Peace, everybody.